Hello and welcome to Curriculum and Beyond, your place for smart learning and easy understanding. Whether you're a student, teacher, or researcher, this channel is for you. We explain difficult topics with real life examples and go beyond the textbooks. Welcome. Don't forget to subscribe and enjoy learning.
I would like us to talk about experimental research. It's a concept that students often come across in the process of writing their research projects, their dissertation, or thesis. But from experience, we found that they talk about all this without quite understanding what is involved. And so I will ask first the question, what is experimentation? Now, let me give you an example to start with. If you want to look at effect of method of teaching on students' performance in biology, you are going to have an independent variable and a dependent variable. The independent variable is the variable that we manipulate. It is the method of teaching. And then you create the research subjects. In this case, you have two groups of classes. Group A and Group B. Group A will mean those students that you are going to teach with using lecture method. And Group B is those group of students you want to teach using demonstration method. Now, experimentation is when you treat two equivalent groups in two different ways. And then later, you compare the outcome to know whether they are different. If the outcome, which is the dependent variable, shows that they are different, then you know that what is responsible for that difference is the method of treatment. Now, in this case, you decide, what am I going to use to know whether difference will exist?
Hi there, just in case you have any question, kindly drop them in the comment section and we will respond as soon as possible. Keep learning.
As a result of this treatment, you say the mean achievement of the students. And so you take Group A, which is the one you want to teach with lecture method, and Group B, which you will teach with discussion method. I just hope that that's what we started with. The two methods are different. Now you go into the treatment, teaching this Group A using lecture method. And then in another class session, you teach Group B using the discussion method. At the end, you give them the same test to compare the performance. Now, what is important in experimentation is the experimental treatment. That is what you want to do to the students. Now, you prepare a lecture that you will use to teach Group A, and that lecture will comprise only of lecture method procedures. And then group B, you prepare the same lecture, but the method you are going to use to achieve your objective would be discussion method. So for the 2 lectures, the things that will be common will be the behavioral objectives. For group A, the behavioral objective will be the same with group B. But the procedure, what you are going to do with the student, for group A, you are going to do with them those things that pertains only to lecturing. Then group B, you will do with them only those things that pertains to discussion. So each day, you will write in your treatment what you are going to do in each of the group. And that is what you carry out. At the end of the treatment session, you give them a test, and then you will compare the mean score of the people in group A with the mean score of people in group B. Now, in rigorous sessions, where you'll be having different experimental designs, you could want to use pre-test, post-test comparison. Maybe the group 1, you give them the pre-test, and then you keep their results. Group 2, give them the same pre-test, and then you keep the result. At the end of the period of your treatment, which can last for about 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you give them the same test, and then you compare the post-test outcome for the 2 groups, and the pre-test and the post-test outcome for within each group. Now, the difference you are going to obtain will enable you to come to the conclusion as to which of the teaching method is more effective than the other. Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching Curriculum and Beyond, the online campus. If you learned something today, please subscribe, like, and turn on the notification bell so you get notified when we have something new.